Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Please, stop bothering me, stranger.
Seems like the Burnham lad had some doll along for company on this little caper.
All sorts of nonsense and hearsay be gossiped about such affairs.
But there was another robbery at Waite's Variety Store. That much is true?
That's for certain.
How did they break in?
Just down them there steps. Old Tom Waits had locked up for the night.
Right. Thanks. Do you know where I could find Mr. Waits in the evening?
It's getting late. Folks who know what's good for them are generally bolted in their homes by now.
Where's Waits' house?
Look, stranger, get lost and stop your bothering me with questions.
He's nothing more than a thug, and I don't feel like pushing my luck. It won't open. She isn't going to tell me anything useful right now. Hello, Mackie.
Jack, swell to see you again. Any leads on the Burnham case?
Nope. Did you know the lad at all?
Just pleasantries. Seemed a nice enough fella, if a little rough around the edges. Strange business, though. I'd never have figured him as a crook. The First National was a well-run store, a rare thing here in Innsmouth.
Okay, Mackie. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack. Be careful what you're doing. Very careful. Innsmouth's a dangerous place. Not everyone who visits here ends up leaving by the old bus route.
This Mackie character knows plenty, but I don't think grilling him for scraps of information is going to crack this case. What do you know about the break-in at the variety store?
Only what was in the press. You should speak to Thomas Waite. He owns the joint.
Where's the store?
It's just on the main square, but it's probably shut now. You should try him at home.
Where's his place?
I think the Waite's house is over on Dock Street, near the back of the poorhouse.
Thanks.
Though I warn you, Innsmouth's driven old Waite's a bit crazy. He doesn't talk a lot of sense.
That's my sort of fella. He sounds just perfect. What's this Jacob Marsh like?
He didn't show up for our appointment. But then again, the Marshes never do.
Seems like we're both having some lousy luck.
I've only met Jacob the once. He's not the prettiest picture, and a real slimy character.
Mackie.
Hello, Jack.
What's the government's interest in the Marsh refinery, anyway?
It's just domestic affairs. You ask a lot of questions, Jack.
I'm a detective. What the hell do you expect?
What you're after comes under official secrets, if you know what I mean. But I can tell you that our government has become increasingly suspicious of Innsmouth and the Marsh family.
I've heard of the Marshes. Rumors of that family are rife, even on the streets of Arkham. None of what's said is pleasant.
That I can believe. The Marshes have been ruling this port for nearly a century, ever since that plague swept these streets in the 40s.
A plague? Is that why the place is so deserted?
Masses died, so that would figure. There's gossip that old Captain Obed Marsh brought the disease onto this port from foreign trade. Deliberately.
Oh my God. Is that why so many of the townsfolk are suffering from that hideous affliction?
Perhaps. Those from out of town call it the Innsmouth look.
Where did you say Waite's house was again?
I think it's over on Dock Street, near the back of the poorhouse.
a fight in the wild bleed night, in the storm of the mountain. Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller. Here be a little something in gratitude that might help you in your search. Now you be calling me crazy. Like them that's there rumoring and anchoring in Lipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before you was born. Old Captain Obed where it all began, telling desperate folks they'd order get better gods. Them's that would answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed and his ways. And all that wild preaching and too many missing, you see. A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail. And for weeks all were quiet, till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside reckoned out it being a riot. But I'd seen them, swarms of them.
Look, old man, I don't have time to listen to these fishing tales.
Oh, was a massacre. The jail thrown open. Mounds of the dead and the dying. Shooting and screaming and shouting all across the town square. Come morning, the mess was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did. Folks were told to keep shy of strangers if we were knowing what was good to us.
Zadok, who did all this? Who did all?
Except the old captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods. They were hankering for more than just sacrifice. Obed told folks they had to take the oaths of Dagon.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just asked old Wace about oaths of Dagon. Aye, he'd take the third oath. Just head over to his hole in the Dark Street. Then you'll see. For definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy. Where did Captain Obed Marsh learn of these heathen matters?
In war and foreign parts, the old fool had learned to ways of making gains, doing heathen things. He found a tribe of Kanakis in the South Seas led by a savage. Chief went by a name of Walaki. And his tribe never went without food, for they had all the fish they could catch. Old Obed learned from his Walaki that these things on this earth as most folks never heard about. Seems these Kanakis was worshipping undersea gods, with heaps of human sacrifices and other heathen things. But they was getting all kinds of favors in return. Plenty of fishing and even gold now.
Human sacrifices. Maybe you've had just a bit too much.
I don't blame you for not believing it, young fella. But just answer me this. Why did Captain Obed roll out to the reef of Satan and chant a lot of rites and incantations in the dead of night? So loud you could hear him all over the port. He cast something in the water that eve, out the other side of Devil's Reef. Some kind of thingamajig crafted out of lead. 'Twas was given to him by a king.
So, what happened?
Well, not long after the smoke started coming out of the chimneys at the old gold refinery, the Marsh family and those that had joined with Obed in his ways started prospering in the esoteric order of Dagon came into being with his Ethan sermon. That shit.
What kinds of ceremonies?
Yeah. Get out of here, lad. Don't wait for nothing. They'll know now.
I think he's had his fill for the night. Zadok! Zadok!
Curse you, lad, for staring at me with them eyes. The old Captain Manel, and he's staying there. He can get me. He can't. No, he can't get me. I had nothing done. I ain't done nothing or told nobody nothing.
Are you okay, old-timer?
Huh? Yeah, leave me be.
Mr. Walters, I must speak with you.
It's Jack. And just hold on there a minute, sweetheart. Are you gonna even tell me your name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list of missing, I'd urge you to follow me.
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
What? Who's Ruth?
Quickly, we don't have much time. You've got to follow me. Jack, Innsmouth is a strange place. There are things that have no business being here. Foul, reeking things.
Strange. Trust me, I'm good with strange.
That remains to be seen, but I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more unusual elements in Innsmouth. Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
I've seen that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star.